Morning Dew with your first... Damn. Good morning and welcome to Morning Dew with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I see we've got Lady Starfire, and that's a good start. So let's go ahead and get rolling on something that I saw on my feed. Hey, Corey, how you doing? And it's Von Helton showing his big army fail. His DD-214. I showed mine, by God. Now it's time to show his.
Correct. Putin is ex-KGB. That's why I watch him very carefully. Anything I hear about Putin, my ear perks up. You know, had the Cold War continued, me and Putin would probably have been looking at each other from across a fence somewhere. That's true. I was a Cold War vet. And Putin was KGB. It's very possible we could have ended up staring at one another through a goddamn fence. It's very...
Bitch, I was on the Fulda Gap. I saw the Fulda Gap. I saw the fence. I was stationed in Germany for 2 years. Where'd you fucking go? You went to Fort Hood and you washed out. Damn. Just damn, buddy. You are... Oh my God.
Very possible. Didn't know that, did you? Did you know Putin is close to my age? Did you know that? It's true. Look it up.
If the Cold War had continued, he got booted out of the army long before the Cold War was over.
Oh, well, thank you, Turbo Ninja.
While he was in, other than
what we do right here,
go through AIT, and then
what we do here is reaction content, and I try to make it funny. Come on in, sit down a while, take your shoes off, and enjoy the show, Ninja.
Then washing out. So he would already been washed out. So how would he have met Putin if the Cold War had continued? Do they put washouts on the front line or something?
No.
He's never been out of the United States.
I went to Germany.
So how would he have ever been looking at Putin from across the fence? Sorry, Vaughn. You failed in the army.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I figured out how to do this without revealing too much of my personal information.
Here.
All right, in my nubby little digits here.
Yeah, we are definitely 420 friendly here. Fire it up whenever you feel froggy. Just fire them up. As you can see, under honorable conditions 2, JHJRE3. Under honorable conditions. That's not an honorable discharge. You ain't gonna get shit from the VA. Erwin Eugene Helton, IEH. He doxed himself, so we already know what his name is. Now look at this. Under honorable conditions, JHJRE3. That means you are a washout, my friend. I have 2 successfully completed contracts. Actually 3, if you want to count the one I did, one on the guard. But I have 2. I have 2 DD-214s. I'd like to lick them and stick them in the middle of your fucking forehead.
Is my DD-214 or a portion thereof. I'm obviously not going to show you my entire DD-214, so you can go fuck yourself. However, what I will show you is that it says clearly on my DD-214 under honorable conditions.
See, Vaughn wants you to think that under honorable conditions means that he was doing things.
Yeah, he's doing stolen valor, Turbo Ninja.
That it was the same as an honorable discharge, which it is not. It is what under honorable means is below honorable. You could say not honorable. I can't say it right now for them. Honorable. He was not honorable. So he got discharged under honorable conditions, meaning that it was below the standards of being honorable. To receive a general discharge from the military, there has to be some form of non-judicial punishment to correct unacceptable military behavior or failure to meet military standards. Basically, Von Helton was a screw-up, and he got booted out for being a screw-up. He washed out. That is what under honorable conditions means. It means you washed out.
It also states on there that my reenlistment code is RE3. Folks, if I was dishonorably discharged or if I was released on a medical, my reenlistment code would not be RE3. Okay, it wouldn't.
Now, an RE3 is about the worst discharge you can get because an RE4 is for medical reasons, means you're amputee or some medical reason you can never go back in. RE3 means you're such a screw up that they don't ever want you back in. And in fact, you need a waiver. You need a waiver for an RE2. So an RE3 is worse than an RE2. If he was they just getting him out, they would have given him RE1. But if he was a screw up, they'd have given him RE2. But if it was a major screw up, they give him RE3.
Ouch.
Not qualified to continued Army service, but the disqualification is waiverable, ineligible for enlistment unless waiver is granted. Now, I don't know how you go about getting one of these waivers. I'm sure it's not easy. Probably have to get a congressman to sign. The military has to be extremely desperate to accept it.
Well, in wartime, the standards are lower than they are in peacetime. Like when I got in at the age of 39, and I had to get a waiver for that. So, yeah.
Von Helton, an RE3 is a washout discharge. They didn't want him back. He was a screw-up. And on top of that, Von Helton always tries to explain that RE3 meant something different then. No, RE3 was developed in the early 1940s during World War II. Or just prior to World War II, actually.
Yeah.
And it has never changed from then until now. RE3 is always
fucked up as Von's only 4 years older than me. He looks like he could be my papa.
meant that you're a washout.
I wouldn't be allowed back in the service if I was dishonorably discharged or released on a medical. Now, the separation code there is JHJ. I'm sure a troll or hater will look it up. However, trolls and haters, I would remind you that the JHJ code does not necessarily apply to me in total. Okay, there are certain aspects of the JHJ code that do apply. There are certain aspects that do not apply. Okay, so researching the JHJ code to your heart's content is not going to help you, trolls.
There's not really much research needed.
No.
Unsatisfactory
Hey, dog, how you doing, lovely? Happy Sunday to you.
What part of it? The unsatisfactory or the performance? I mean, there is no part of it doesn't apply to him and part of it does. Unsatisfactory, there's no parts to it. Unsatisfactory performance means he washed out. Everything about his DD-214 screams washout. There is no other way to describe the failure of Von Helton's military service. Von Helton failed. He gets no VA benefits. He claims because Cold War don't get VA benefits. I got VA benefits. How do you think I ended up buying my home?
Yeah, so, cliche.
Sorry about your luck, Vaughn. You failed at the Army. It's a big fail.
Yeah, that is a big fail because I've seen some real doofuses make it through the Army. Some real doofuses. That's a fact.
Big fail, Vaughn. Yep.
Okay, the point is, though, is that the trolls and haters were claiming that I was released from the Army under a dishonorable discharge or a medical discharge. But as you can clearly read, if you can read English, you can clearly read, no, that's not the case. I was released under honorable conditions. So all you trolls and haters have now been pwned, you've now been shot down in flames, and you can suck on my big 10-inch. Alright? So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. See ya. Bye.
No, 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 no. You're never going to convince me that you did anything in the Army. You're never going to convince me of that, you prick. You know why? Because I actually did do something in the Army. So you can go fuck yourself, and you can take that crusty dick of yours and shove it up your ass.
No, actually, you pwned yourself, Vaughn. You just proved yourself to be a washout.
Hey, Jasmine
All
Stone, how are
anybody
you
has to do
doing?
is research all three of those things. Under honorable condition, washout. RE3,
Morning,
washout.
Shaza.
JHJ, washout. Von Helton, washout.
Correct. Putin is ex-KGB.
And
That's why I watch him very carefully. Anything I hear about Putin, my ear perks up. Had the Cold War continued, me and Putin would probably have been looking at each other from across a fence somewhere.
shit.
If the Cold War had continued, you'd probably just be failing somewhere else because you already had failed the Army long before the Cold War was over.
That's true. I'm a Cold War vet.
I was in the motor pool when the wall fell. I remember when it fell. I was in the motor pool. Doing something or other. I don't remember. It was like 30 years ago.
You were a Cold War washout. That's about it.
And Putin was KGB. It's very possible we could have ended up staring at one another through a goddamn fence.
Shit.
What fence are you talking about? Is there some fenced-in area where all the Cold War
thank you,
washouts
Jasmine.
hang out, and Putin would have gone there to laugh at you guys?
It's very possible. Didn't know that, did you? Did you know Putin is close to my age?
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Did you know that? It's true. Look it up.
It doesn't really matter what age you and Putin are.
You know, Putin is also a fine figure of a man. I don't like him, but he is a fine figure of a man. That man is as tough as nails. I fully believe that he could take down a Russian barehanded. That man is just tough as fucking nails. All them people are tough as nails. Damn. I'm sorry, Darren. I didn't mean to do you like that, buddy.
The fact that Putin might see some real veteran, he wouldn't see you across from what fence? You've never even been out of the United States. You tried to go to Canada to molest some underage girl, but the father found out and prevented you from getting into Canada. That was your only chance to ever even leave the United States. So don't tell me you could have stared at him across from a fence. Only if he was laughing at you, that's about the only thing he'd do, seeing you. Because you're nothing. You're no threat to me or anybody else, for that matter. You're a stolen valor piece of shit, Von Helton. And I'm going to keep saying it every time you bring it up. Every time I find a video clip of you talking about your military service, I'm going to debunk it every time. Because you were never...
No, and Von Helton doesn't piss me off as much as I feel sorry for him as far as this is concerned. Because you have to really be a pitiful fucking creature. In order to make up stories like he does. You have to be a pitiful fucking creature. And You'll see more about him, Ninja, as you hang around more. You'll see more about this creep.
Never in civilian capacity because RE3s cannot do government work. An RE3 can't even be a janitor at a government building.
Yep.
Sorry about your luck, Von Helton. Just because someone's a stolen valor doesn't mean that they never served. Von is a clear example of this. He did serve and then failed and washed out. But his stolen valor is that he embellishes and lies about his military service. It's very common to find stolen valors that actually did serve. But usually, if they have grandiose stories like they did government service, they were assassins for the government, or they were Navy SEALs or whatever, usually you'll find out that they did something really embarrassing or shameful in their military service. Von Helton's no example of that. Is an example of that. The other thing that stolen valors do a lot is claim that their military service is somehow top secret. There's no documentation because you
Mercury, been a member for 14 months.
MBAs,
He's got something to say to me. What you got to say? What you got to say? 14 months. Feels like yesterday I joined. I know. Time is just flying by, isn't it? It's just flying by. God. Oh, my Lord. Hey, Kristen Frost Laser Beams. How you doing? You know, I don't know. It's people like this that make me hesitant to even talk about my service because, you know, it's hard enough for me to get people to believe that what I did with me being a woman. I actually had to show my DD-214 with the shit on it in order to shut people up. It's pretty sad that I got to do that, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Expire. Okay? Whatever secrets you had, after a certain amount of time, they expire and then they're no longer a government secret. The military cannot, unless what he did was, you know, national security. Well, he was in there in the Cold War. We're no longer in the Cold War, so whatever he did is no longer a national security. Plus, the weapons have changed since his time. They used entirely different tanks than they did when Von Helton was in. So there's nothing Von Helton would know that he would have to keep an MVA going. Plus, if you do government work like that, which most people ever do that are people who are in the military. If you do government work, they always reward you handsomely. Yes. You're not going to find some ex-government agent living in squalor like Von.
No, you won't. They reward their operatives very handsomely. They are top tier. They aren't busted up fuckers like this guy. This guy ain't got a tooth in his fucking head. He's had his kids removed 13 fucking times. He is convinced that he is a weather wizard. Those are just the top three that are off the top of my head. He believes in these gods of creation, and now he's fucking homeless because he didn't pay his damn taxes. He blames all of his woes on people around him. It couldn't be anything he fucking done. No, it couldn't be anything he fucking done.
Living in his mom's trailer for the last 30 years. That wouldn't be
hey, Andrea,
somebody who was an ex-government assassin. Not that there is. I don't think they have them. They have people in the military. They're not going to take someone who's an RE3 flunky out of a tanker unit to become
he was a tanker?
Black Ops guy. They got Navy SEALs. They got
he was a tanker? Tanker is about the easiest fucking job you can have. He couldn't handle being a tanker?
Delta Force, all kinds of special warfare people. Von Helton's not special warfare. Von Helton didn't accomplish anything in the Army, and his
he's a
stories
ninja
are
too.
so
He's a
ridiculously
ninja.
untrue. If he was walking around just sitting
He's
in his
also a
tank,
ninja, and he threatens to kick everybody's ass. He couldn't kick my ass, and I'm in pretty bad shape. I got a bad back. I got a bad left knee, a bad left foot. And you know what? I'll put this bad leg right up his ass. Bad thing is, though, I like my shoes.
you know, the Army's also a job. If you're on the job, you're not supposed to be going sitting back reading the manual somewhere instead of doing what you were told to do.
Thank you,
Von Helton
ma'am.
couldn't do what he was told. Von Helton was a screw up, and thus they kicked him out of the Army. That's all you really need to know. I know he probably went AWOL and all that stuff. That's what his family says. The bottom line is he was just a screw up. His whole DD-214 just screams, I'm a screw up. Von Helton's busted.
Hey, vegan.
Just like it says there across the screen. He's busted. I busted him many times before. I've been doing this for years. Going on what? First one came out in late 2015. I've been doing Stolen Valor videos on Von Helton since
Hey,
then.
Ginger.
A lot of veterans thanked me. I had one veteran thank me just recently for the videos I've done of Von Helton, which prompted me to do this one. Because I haven't done one for a while. I need to do one on this ass clown.
I've got to start exercising again, because if I don't, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Yeah, I got to start exercising.
Thieving piece of shit. Can't take care of his kids. Couldn't take care of his wife. Couldn't take care of his mother. And can't take care of his dogs. Can't take care of himself. He's just a flat out fail-tard loser. That's all he is. And he doesn't need to be talking about how great of an Army Cold War hero he was when we all know he wasn't. He was in during the Cold War. He got out long before the Cold War was over. Putin would have never even saw him unless Putin wanted to get a good laugh, and that's about it. Putin would wipe the floor with this crap of a piece of shit. I'm not no fan of Putin. I do not like Putin, but I do not like this guy either, so they got that in common.
And this was from our own Black Onion. He's a friend of the channel. He doesn't put out as much content as he used to, but he's a good guy. Please like, share, and subscribe to his channel. Now let's finish up the Repzion video.
Yeah. In the time that you knew Shani, okay, did she ever work a job?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah. What jobs would those be?
To my knowledge, it was like she was never a CNA, but she was a nurse's assistant. So it was usually in like group homes.
And you saw her work this job?
I saw her drive there every morning early.
Okay. And she was in like her normal like a
like scrub deal. Yeah. Yep. So I was just gonna say, Betty saying this is I'm kind of like, okay. Why would she lie though? That's the question. Why would she lie?
Are you saying that her mom's lying about her? About Shani not working a job?
In the years that I knew her, which was like 20, say 12, 14 in that region. That's when I really knew her as a friend. She was working consistent jobs, definitely, because she was barely ever online. She was either taking care of the boys.
That is a fucking lie. That is a lie from the pit of hell. That bitch would make her kids clean while she was online. I saw those videos.
Her working. That's the truth. Now that's only 2 years though, Rep.
So is this after you guys met each other or before?
Well, obviously after.
Why would she work though if you have 750,000? You guys made that much money?
No, Rep. From the years 2012 to 2014. This is 3 years. 2014 is 3 years before we got together.
Oh, so you guys knew each other before you ever got together?
Yeah, 2012 on my YouTube channel. Yeah. So
it's way more than 8 years then. In total. Am I just being really bad at math?
That we knew each other. Yeah, but not together. She was with Chris.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, sorry.
And when she was with Chris, you knew her as somebody who was working.
Absolutely, yeah. Like all the time, she was either working or she was taking care of the kids. That's how I knew it. That's what I saw. You know.
All right, let's keep going.
I understand that, but I just needed to thank you for being a part in the boys' lives. Shannon has told you many things. I tried to warn you. Her father and I tried to warn you about her before.
Hey,
but
Carlo,
of course you wouldn't listen. She was your wife. I understand that. Jason's not going to listen either. He's going to have to find out the hard way. But nobody's abused Shannon, okay? That is her MO. She uses that with everybody. She did it with Douglas. She's done it with you. She's done it with her sister, her brothers. Everybody in her life has always treated her this way. And this is why she's so crazy. I mean, it covers for her mental illness. And she knows she's mentally ill. And she knows what she's supposed to do to help that mental illness. But she chooses not to. She chooses to use it as an excuse to do what she does. And I don't have to explain what she does. I mean, she makes these outrageous videos all the time. She's always crying and carrying on and always, you know, always something negative. Since she was 16 years old, I don't want to say her entire life because she was a beautiful child. You know, I mean, she really was a very beautiful child and happy girl. She used to sing and she dreamed of going to Paris. And I noticed the picture in the back of the Eiffel Tower. And that reminds me of Shannon, the little Shannon, when my daughter. But something happened along the way. I know what happened. I think you know what happened, Chris, to her. And it was you know, it was unfortunate that she went through what she went through when she was 16 years old, but it somehow changed her.
You know, we all go through things. And I know when I had what happened to me, it didn't change me for the better. It made me angry. Just so mad at everything. Shit.
Mental illness. And she knows she's mentally ill. And she knows what she's supposed to do to help that mental illness. But she chooses not to.
Oh, nice, Tinta.
She chooses to use it as an excuse to do what she does. And I don't have to explain what she does. I mean, she makes these outrageous videos all the time. She's always crying and carrying on and always, you know, always something.
I was angry because I wasn't going to be a victim ever again. I wasn't going to be a victim. Nope. So I just became more and more angry. I had to turn my fear into something. And anger is far more useful than cowering. Don't you agree?
Negative. Her, since she was 16 years old, I don't want to say her entire life because she was a beautiful child.
Hey,
You know, I
Jane
mean, she really
Kendall,
was a
how
very
you
beautiful
doing?
child and happy girl. She used to sing and she dreamed of going to Paris. And I noticed a picture in the back of the Eiffel Tower. And that reminds me of Shannon, the little Shannon, when my daughter. But something happened along the way. I know what happened. I think you know what happened, Chris.
Oh,
and it wasn't.
awesome,
It was.
Kenta. Awesome.
It was unfortunate that she went through what she went through when she was 16 years old, but it somehow changed her. And ever since then, she has blamed everybody else for all the screw ups that she makes in her life. She uses it as an excuse that, except when it comes to what happened when she was 16 years old. And I'm not going to talk about it here because it was traumatic what happened to her.
Do you know what this is in reference to? One second. Your mic just went like crazy. Let me unmute you for a second. No, there's like some crazy static coming from your. that was I don't. Can you like unplug your mic and then replug it in or something? Sorry, that fucking scared me. Let's. Okay, you're good. You're good.
We're good now.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, you literally. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but yeah, you're good now.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, do you know what that would be referencing to?
Yes, I do. It was an SRA, as they call it.
An SRA.
I'll use the word or the phrase satanic ritual abuse.
Okay. Satanic ritual abuse.
Yeah, it was a, let's say, sexual act with a large knife. And I probably shouldn't go any further than
that. Yeah, that's good. That's a satanic ritual.
SRA. That's, yeah. It had all the elements. Her sister, this is the story she told me.
Yeah, I want to hear the story that she told you.
Her sister introduced her to a coven of Satanists and said, it's a good idea. They're pretty cool people. You'll have fun with them, so you should go hang out with them. And she did. And she was gang-ard. And it was a ritual, like they were a satanic coven. So, but it involved a large knife and a really disgusting-looking guy and more people. It was a gang-R. That's what happened.
Give me a moment to compose myself. I need a minute. Because if not, I'm going to start screaming here in a minute. And that's not a good look. That is the biggest bunch of horse shit I have ever heard in my fucking life. That is horse shit.
That's what she told me.
That's what she told you.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be potentially like
embellished? Like
no. Like so, yeah, dramatized. Well, like I would say they add things to it. So let's just say, like hypothetically, an essay, like they were sexually assaulted, right? It's a really traumatic thing where now they take that situation and they completely turn it into something that it wasn't in order to garner. I don't want to say garner, maybe that's the wrong word, but like to change the situation to what actually happened in order to enable their current bad behavior and why they are. What the mom's basically saying that once a situation happens, she uses this to justify forever. Like this is the way that I am is because this happened and I'm not going to take the proper steps to get help.
Sure.
Right.
You know, I don't know what else I'd say to this one because I can't know truly what's in her mind. I can only tell you what she's told me. And if it's false, it's false. I can't know, really. But I can tell you what she told.
That is the dumbest shit ever, Rev. You know, I'm not accustomed to saying that something didn't happen when someone says that something happened to them, but that didn't happen. That's bullshit. Her sister did not lead her to get.
Told me. And that's what I'll do. I'll tell you the truth of what she told me. I don't think she'd lie about it, man.
Well, I'm not claiming that she'd lie about it. I'm just saying that she, I don't know, the satanic ritual. I mean, it's just hard to believe that like that specific story is just wild to me. Like satanic ritual, like, and it was her sister luring her into a satanic ritual. Like,
I don't think that she would. I don't think she would even use the word lure into. No, she literally was just like, they're a crew of cool people. Go hang out with them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because, yeah, Satanist parties can be fun as shit. Absolutely.
All right, well, let's continue watching what everyone has to say.
Okay.
And I have to say,
Hey,
as bad
Ketamine
as it
Clinic.
sounds, something inside of me tells me that maybe it didn't happen the way she said it happened,
Oh, there we go.
but something had to have happened for her to have turned out as she has. She has crashed and burned just about every single relationship in her life. And I'm not going to keep this video up for very long. I just want to be able to make my side of the story and make things clear. She's got people like Miss Star and a couple of people that, you know, feel really sorry for her, but they don't realize how much she has affected everybody in her life. I mean, every one of her siblings and both of her parents have helped her out over and over and over again. And she walks all over them. She crashes and burns her bridges behind her. This is the last time that my husband and I are ever going to be able to help her again. I mean, she nearly destroyed us during this last day when you and her broke up. She's got Jason believing that there was abuse. There was no abuse going on whatsoever. We bought her clothes, we bought her makeup, we bought her, she got to use her father's car every single day. Even when she wasn't working, she got to use her father's car, his truck.
Okay, so she did work a job at one point.
We got an SUV that her father used at that
She
time.
was working most of the time.
So, I mean, she had a way to work, but she wanted to lay in bed for months. She got fired from her first job for making videos on YouTube. Okay?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, that was a bad move she made. I guess she was kind of going through medication lists or something like that. It was personal.
I don't want to hear her excuse. No offense.
And she was live streaming it, so boom, you're gone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most places would fire you for that.
Yep.
And she knows I gotta blow my nose, I'm sorry. I feel like crying right now. But she knows that she had to take care of her children. She doesn't do that. She expects everybody else to take care of them. That's her thing. So she got fired from her first job. She laid up in the bed for months doing nothing but drinking alcohol and crying all the time, making everybody miserable. Mostly what she was crying about was because Jason wasn't fully her boyfriend at the time. This is why I couldn't believe, you know, when she finally did get him. You know.
This woman is wicked. There is no other word to describe her other than wicked. She is a wicked woman. Channy will do anything. She's liable to say anything. When she's done with you, yeah, she'll just toss you aside.
You know, I couldn't believe it when she finally did. But she said that she wanted him because he was a millionaire.
Well, I mean,
this is the truth. She wanted him because he was a millionaire and she knew she wouldn't have to work anymore. And that she could just lay around eating.
Okay, is this the first time you've heard that?
Yeah. And I don't think I believe her.
You don't think you believe the mom?
I don't think I believe Betty, no.
Why?
I have no reason to believe that Shannon felt that way. She chose me for different reasons. It was spiritual shit.
Do you really think that, though? Like, in your heart, do you really think that Channy chose you for spiritual reasons?
Yeah,
even knowing all the stuff that you know and all the stuff that she's done towards you, you really wouldn't put it, like, come on, Jason, let's be real.
Jason, be real. No woman finds you attractive except for what you've got in your bank account. And I wouldn't be able to put up with you for no amount of money. I'd be gone in an hour.
You wouldn't put it past her to want to use you for money?
Yeah.
To use you?
No, that's how it looks now to me. But that's something that's, I think...
Obviously, during the moment when you were meeting her, when you first met her, you wouldn't think that. But I'm saying now that you're out of the relationship, right?
Yeah.
You have the mom here, and you're saying that you don't believe her at all.
You have to understand that I have a certain image of Betty in my mind that's still there. And
what image is that?
She was a horrible, abusive mother to Shannon.
Yeah, but you have already said yourself that Shanny accuses you of abuse all the time. So why wouldn't she lie about her own mom?
There you go. I can't know. I can't know these things. I
know that, but I'm saying, do you think, because you don't know that, I think that gives you more credence to doubt anything that Shanny ever told you about her mother, is what I'm trying to get at.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I saw her mother, though, be pretty not nice to her and got physical with her in the house. Like trying to rip her headphones off of her. It was kind of weird. But the overall relationship with those two, I'm not a good source on, because she was already completely ostracized from her family before I was even with her. So I can't really know the truths of her dynamic with her entire family. I can't tell you. Is it possible that she's lied about the majority of stuff? Yeah, it's totally possible.
And you don't think that, like, she would lie to you about all that too?
She absolutely.
It's more than a possibility. friend. It's more than a possibility she did. If her lips is moving, she's lying. You get me?
Why not? There's no way, after what I've realized fully that she's capable of now, which is taking a guy that was just wiping her butt and helping her as much as I can, turning me into a PDF file and a R-word person. Like,
okay, so my question is then, what reason do you think that Betty would lie about her daughter then? Like, what is to the gain from that?
If she was an actual abusive mother,
okay, she
would do that. But I don't know. What I can tell you is what Shani has told me, and the behavior that I've seen from Betty was a little weird at times. Yeah.
Well, I was ripping somebody's headphones off somebody's head. I would not label a parent just abusive based on that personally. But I don't know. Let's get back to the Betty.
Okay.
But she will never be able to give up wanting negative attention. She thrives on negative attention. She has done this since she was 16 years old. There always has to be some kind of turmoil in her life. And if she doesn't have turmoil, she will create turmoil.
I've seen
just to get people to feel sorry for her for some reason. And then those people that feel sorry for her, then she craps on them.
Yeah.
Afterwards. And I think a lot of people...
I've seen her do that to you.
Absolutely true.
I've seen her do that with almost every single person who's ever been kind to her.
I think you're correct. Yep. I have to agree.
A lot of you...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say very self-destructive behavior. That's what it is. Morbidly so.
YouTubers and from the Christian community have experienced that with her. You figured that out the hard way, like the rest of us. So now, getting back to me and my husband, let me just tell you, while she stayed here, she did nothing but sleep in the bed all the time. You know, we did everything we could to provide. I told her, I said, that her father had just had his knees replaced and living on blood. He's still taking blood thinners. I mean, it's only been since October that he had his knees replaced. And the first thing she did when he came home from the hospital is walk right into his knee and didn't say anything about it, went outside to smoke her cigarettes. She was mad at me because she couldn't smoke in my house, knowing that I have a heart condition. She had to go outside to smoke, even though it was my home, you know? I couldn't be around smoke. I can't be around things like that.
That's some crazy motherfucking entitlement.
That's
some crazy entitlement.
That is some crazy fucking entitlement. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way I would smoke in my mother's home. She doesn't smoke, and I don't go around her stinking. Shani is crazy entitled. And there'd be, you know, if my mom was nice enough to let me sleep in her place, I would smoke outside and not even question it. Not even fucking question.
She should have never felt like, oh, I should be able to smoke underneath your roof. That's crazy. If the person, especially if she's asthmatic, my God, you know, that's ridiculous. Once again, I'm not going to say
destroying icons.
objectively for myself if I believe Betty or not, because I still have to rehabilitate my image of her in my mind from what Shani told me about her.
Yeah, but from all the abuse and stuff that Shani has done towards you,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, it's really hard for me to understand, like, why you wouldn't be.
No, I'm ashamed when I'm high and my mom calls. Carrie, what's wrong? You sound a little depressed. No, Mom, I'm not depressed. I'm okay. I'm just a little tired. Are you sure? You just don't sound like yourself. Yeah, Mom, I'm just a little tired. And she'll poke me and poke me and poke me and try to get an answer out of me. I said, all right, Mom, I'll level with you. I'm high. Oh. Why didn't you just say so?
Sane in this.
Oh,
I'm actually a little surprised that you're not as agreeable with her due to the fact now that you're out of the relationship.
No, I'm telling you, I'm changing.
Your perspective of Betty is changing.
Yes, because I fully see Shannon with her mask off. And Betty literally said that day will come. And she said it right in the beginning of the video, like Jason's going to find out. And I did. So am I inclined to believe her 100% now? Yeah, I'll say that.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I just don't want you to look. There's been a couple moments in this interview so far where, like, I feel like you've defended Shannon And I'm just kind of like, wow, I don't know if you should be really defending her, but
No, I wouldn't call it defending. I don't want to go full scorched earth on her because
why not though? See that? Why? Why not? Why not go? You have somebody who's called you a PDF file.
I know.
So
I know.
why, if somebody, like, if that's not true, I don't know what is or isn't true. I don't care at this current conversation that we're having.
Not.
Why would you defend somebody who has said such vitriolic, untrue things about you?
Well, like I said, I'm not going to defend her. What I'm going to do is not put her on blast because
Hey,
I want to be above
Soren,
that.
how you doing, love?
I really do.
It's a moral high ground thing.
Sorta. Yeah. I'm not going to call her a PDF file. I'm not going to call her well, she has actually abused me now.
I mean, come on, dude. She was arrested for domestic violence towards you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean that. She did put me through something like that. She threw me through something like that. I didn't even tell the cops that. I hid that from them. What she got taken away from was basically going right when the cops came in the door. Keep that guy away from me. I'm going to K-word him. I'm going to kick him. That's why she went to jail. She handed it to them on a silver platter. Yeah, you're the one going. You said you want to off that guy.
That's a
All right, let
sucker's
me
bet.
ask a question here.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know how long somebody stays 302, if right now she was released,
That's
right?
a fucking
Would you
sucker's
let her come
bet. That is a sucker's bet.
back in that house and live with you?
No chance in hell. No way. I would immediately call the cops and tell them, look, you know how much you've been here. Do you want to come back again? You got to do something with this woman. She's psychotic, and they keep letting her out. So if she shows up at that door, it's going to remain locked, and I'm calling 911.
No, keep the door locked. Absolutely keep the door locked.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, if you let her come back in, the internet's going to have a heyday with you, man. And then you're going to lose any sort of charitability that people have attempted to try to give to you in regards to getting rid of her.
And I would agree with it, Rep. They should leave me for support because it would show that I'm not willing to fully do what needs to be done with the situation, which is getting her out for good. And that is where I'm at.
What about the house being condemned, though? I'm confused about that.
I got to be out on Wednesday, dude.
This coming Wednesday?
Yes. I'm in my phone talking to a lot of people. Trust me.
So about the condemned thing, so I didn't watch your full video. I saw, I heard that it was condemned. What? So does like an officer just come to the house and be like, "We're shutting you down," or you got to move out of the house? Like,
No.
And how's the house condemned?
It was the county inspector, and the reason that it was done is because the first floor bathroom is really messed up, and there's a handicapped person that has a domicile here. That's like nearly illegal because according to like HIPAA type stuff, this is healthcare.
Are you when you say just handicapped, you're referring to Shani?
Yes,
She's not handicapped though. Come on, I saw
Yeah,
her
I
run up your
saw
stairs,
her
bro.
ass run up them fucking stairs too. She ran up them stairs faster than I could. She sure did. That bitch can move faster than I can when she wants to. She didn't go up them stairs not once, not twice, but 3 times. And then she shook everything her mama gave her in the buff. Y'all want to see it? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see it.
I saw the fucking Titan.
She's been masking. Yes, she masks, and she's capable of way more than she lets anybody know. And her healthcare coordinator knows about that. Okay? When I talked to her healthcare coordinator, because she spoke with me because I was her caregiver, officially making money doing it, she confided in me that she suspected that Shani was narcissistically abusing me. She said, I suspected that was the case the whole time with her with you. I found that real interesting. That the healthcare professional saw it, even.
So the house is being condemned because of the toilet issue. The toilet at the bottom.
Yes, that's the main issue. But this house has multiple issues. It's old, and my uncle has to save up some money.
Does the house that you're in right now, does that have a second bathroom?
Mm-hmm. Right here.
Upstairs?
Yep, right here.
Wait, correct. So you're telling me that Shani, because I saw the clip of her running up the steps, right? Like boom, 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 boom.
I know what you're getting to right now. Go ahead, yeah.
She never she shit in a bucket on your bottom stairs rather than just walk up the steps and use the actual bathroom that is working.
Correct. Why? Victimhood.
I mean, yes, absolutely.
And she's forcing me to dump her shit. So that's double your pleasure.
Somebody donated $2.
You know,
What is it? Sorry, it's going really fast. Handicap, she charged at you like a linebacker.
Oh my God, that was insane. Holy
and then she
shit.
sat on the bed and then
pulling it
period
up
blood
now.
came out on the bed.
Yeah,
She's not
I
taking
got
care of
that.
herself.
That was really gross. But yeah, Gragan, she's just dry, or what's it called? Free bleeding everywhere. It was gross. I was finding pools of blood on the floor. It's like she was, it was like she was bleeding out, bro. I don't know, man. It was very, whoa.
Yeah, free bleeding is disgusting. And any woman who free bleeds, like, that is, you're crazy. Certifiably fucking crazy. That is,
It's not.
there's nothing wrong with periods, but like free bleeding and just like, oh.
It goes everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And it's really weird that she she just gave up. She gave up on life.
So if Shani, if you said that she was handicapped, she's not, but like, did she ever get any sort of disability checks or any sort of thing? Because like,
she's never been certified
Never been
disabled.
certified disabled. Hey, Maximum Slack, how you doing?
Coming up
The
the
whale
stairs.
is on the move.
Better close the door. Go in
Go back
The
down,
whale
you
is on the
fucking land whale, bitch!
Fanny, get the
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Shake it, Shanny,
It's
shake it.
fake.
Whoa, that's a big ass.
What the fuck?
Y'all said you
Eyes.
wanted to see it.
Oh my god! Oh my
No, it's on the big.
way that just happened.
Ah, that looked like a fat man suit.
No way.
what?
Who
Why
is
is
the
it
Buffalo Bill now?
frozen?
This is Buffalo Bill. That's Shani.
Why is it?
Oh my god,
Dude,
did I
did
do
somebody
this?
clip that? Please tell me somebody clipped
did.
that, because I have to get
You
rid
know-
of everything.
Some things just never get old. Like her making a fool of herself. Yeah, that doesn't get old. Shanny, keep up the good work.
Thing.
Yeah, and we have to start all over again
No,
because you have to delete this.
somebody
stream.
clipped that, right? Somebody completely clipped that. Completely
I'm-
clipped that. Yes?
Should I just jump off?
Somebody
check.
clipped that, right?
Flip
Hold on,
it.
let me check.
Yeah,
Somebody
I'm
will
flipping
be
it.
able
Hold
to
on.
send
It's
me.
froze.
I will lecture. Oh my god, that's
Oh
scary.
my god, I have it.
I have to.
What's happening?
As long as somebody has
Does
that,
she-
and they
You know
can-
what? I'll be 59 this year. You know, I'm not exactly a hot young thing anymore. But damn, she just made me feel a lot better about how I look. She makes me feel like I should be prancing down a runway. She does. She makes me feel like I should be prancing down a fucking runway.
That's suspicious.
I like
That's
her.
weird.
I like her. Nana Lovey just $9.99. Nana Lovey decided $9.99. Let's see what she had to say. Did you heard that thud and someone fell through the doorway at the end? Yeah, I did. I sure as hell did. Thank you, Nana's Lovies. I sure appreciate you. Thank you for donating. You're very generous. Thank you for supporting the channel. You are awesome sauce. And welcome, Nana. Kick back, sit back, relax a spell, and enjoy the show. Let us have a moment of silence for Shabisky's libido. May it return to him as quickly as possible so that he can, well, whatever he does. Ew. You know what? I can't like this. Okay. That was from Fun is Futile. Let me share their link real quick so that y'all can like, share, and subscribe because I know you're going to like, share, and subscribe, right? Right? You're going to subscribe, right? Back to the Repsion tapes. Shit. I did it again.
While her being like, well, you're a cheating piece of shit, like you're just dog shit. Yep, right here, right next to me.
Wait, so correct. So you're telling me that Shani, because I saw the clip of her running up the steps, right? Like boom, 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 boom.
I know what you're getting to right now. Go ahead, yeah.
She never she shit in a bucket on your bottom stairs rather than just walk up the steps and use the actual bathroom that is working.
Correct. Why? Victimhood.
I mean, yes, absolutely.
And she's forcing me to dump her shit. So that's double your pleasure.
Somebody donated $2. What is it? Sorry, it's going really fast. Handicap. She charged at you like a linebacker.
Oh my God, that was insane. Holy
and then she
shit.
sat on the bed, and then the period blood came out on the bed. She's not taking care of herself.
That was really gross. But yeah, Dragon, she's just dry, or what's it called? Free bleeding everywhere. It was gross. I was finding pools of blood on the floor. It's like she was, it was like she was bleeding out, bro. I don't know, man. It was very, whoa.
Yeah, free bleeding is disgusting. And any woman who free bleeds, like, that is crazy. Certifiably fucking crazy. That is,
it's not.
There's nothing wrong with periods, but like free bleeding and just like, oh.
It goes everywhere. Everywhere. And it's really weird that she just gave up.
You know what?
She gave up on.
That's just nasty. Even at my most depressed, I kept myself clean. Especially during that time. He doesn't want to see that. He doesn't want to deal with that. Who the fuck does? I don't want to deal with it. Shani's just a nasty hoe.
So if Shani, if you said that she was handicapped, she's not, but like, did she ever get any sort of disability checks or any sort of thing? Because like,
she's never been certified disabled. No.
Okay, there we go. Because that's crazy. Because for years she claims that she's disabled, handicapped.
I'm glad this got brought up. I want to clarify this because I was wrong. Okay, I was stating to people that she was certified disabled by this caregiver thing. Not true. She was not certified disabled. She was certified to get services. That's
okay.
Not
that does make sense a little bit.
Yeah, that's the correct language.
And what services would those be?
In-home caregiver, i.e. me. The bucket coordinator. The
nice.
bucket coordinator. Me.
This man was picking up her shit.
Good.
Where are you taking the bucket of piss and shit?
Job.
Right here, dumping it down the toilet, getting some bleached out, scrubbing. That's what I did. That's my job, really. It's okay.
So you took the bucket from downstairs with poop and pee and brought it up the stairs.
Yes.
Dude.
Correct. That was my life.
Is something else, man.
Mm-hmm. That was my life for quite a while. While her being like, well, you're a cheating piece of shit, like you're just dog shit. Well, thanks, Shan. You know, I wasn't, but okay.
What do we call that? Like, if you have somebody who's like saying all these untrue things about you and you're still picking up their poop, what are you accomplishing by that?
Nothing.
You're just enabling her to treat you poorly, and then you're like almost making yourself out to be a poop cuck.
You're literally, oh my God, that's a shirt, poopy cuck. That's merch. Rip, that's merch, dude. Like, well, poopy cuck. Wow.
Awesome.
Put my face on it. You know what I mean? Poopy cuck.
I don't think that would not sell. So sorry. Yeah, you can do whatever shirts you want, but I'm not going down that route.
That's fine. My stores always get shut down because trolls flag them, saying I'm a fraudster.
Well,
so,
I'm
whatever.
holding steady. I weigh the same. So I'm not picking up anything. I'm not losing anything.
All right, let's get back to the mom video.
All right, here we go.
But she laid up in that room drinking every night. And let me tell you, before she even got settled in, the deal was that she was going to get a job and she was going to help out with the utilities because we were paying double the electricity, double our water bill. Or actually, our water bill was more than double at times.
I've been off alcohol for 11 years. Ninja. I've been off of alcohol for 11 years. You ever need anybody to talk to, just let me know. And I'll talk to you offline.
Take really long showers and whatnot. So all of our utilities, were costing us extra, except for cable, of course, because we kept the internet on. We don't have cable. We have just internet. And to save money. I mean, my husband's 62 years old. He's getting ready to retire. We're just an older couple, going through a lot of health problems right now. But she didn't respect that either. She told Jason that all I ever wanted was to get money from her. And it's like, Yeah, you know what? You have to pay for your way. You can't just expect people to support you for the rest of your life. We couldn't do it. We couldn't financially do it, and it was starting to cripple us. We both have a lot of medical bills. I had 2 heart surgeries. I had abdominal surgery just before Shannon came, and I was rapidly losing weight at the time. I'm much better now, but I was like going down to skin and bones for a while there because I was so sick after my abdominal surgery. I ended up with a bacteria and had to go on antibiotics, and I mean, it was just terrible. Meanwhile, putting up with her stuff, with the crying every night and drinking every night and smoking weed with her kids in the house.
Wow.
Terrible.
That's fucked. My parents wouldn't have put up with it for a second. Not for a second. They'd have been all over my ass like you wouldn't believe. And they'd have kicked my ass out.
That. And then she'd invite people over. This one homeless guy. And
Gene.
she'd invite him over.
Say that. You said, who was that? Gene?
Yeah, his name is Gene. She told me some stories about him, and like we were together at the time, and he was like, "Could I touch your tits and shit?" I'm like, "Ugh." Just a gross individual.
And that's who she would invite over to her house, or her parents' house?
Yeah, why? Ew.
Hey, Elliot.
It's her parents' house.
Yeah, it's crazy disrespectful. It's like if you live under, I grew up really religious and like evangelical Christian, so like my parents, everything had to go through them. If I wanted a friend to come over for a day, I had to ask my mom and dad, and it's a whole process. And I just, so like, you're under your parents' house, you need to abide by the rules. I don't think that's really should be a really controversial thing.
Not at all.
How you doing, Smith?
Over. And all he was actually a meth addict. I know that you didn't do meth, Chris. I'm positive about that. That's not your thing. I'm sorry you had to go through what you had to go through. I really am. We tried to warn.
Also, can you put your microphone a little closer to you? Does it leave you a little louder?
All right, got you.
Much better, thank you.
Warn you.
All right, sure.
But you didn't listen. But anyway, that's water under the bridge now. I don't want to make you feel bad, but you're doing the right thing. It's time for you to just move on with your life and just put her aside. As far as Jason goes, he has threatened my husband. He said he threatened a 62-year-old man on blood thinners with 2 knees just replaced that he'd come over and punch him in the face.
Is that true?
No.
You never threatened him?
No, I never threatened to punch him in the face. No. Me and my buddy Phil were on the phone with the father once, trying to make him understand that.
You are a fucking liar.
Some of Betty's behaviors toward Shannon were weird, and they were, and sort of abusive sounding. So we talked to him about that, but I never said I'd punch him in the face or nothing. No. I don't know.
So there's no like video or clip of you ever on the internet saying that?
No way, no.
Okay.
I would have never done that. Like, yeah, he's a 62-year-old man.
I never thought I'd quit drinking. I thought everybody else was the problem. I thought the only problem I had is if I couldn't get a beer fast enough. Or if I had to go down, go down to the corner store and get my 30-pack of stupid pills. If I couldn't get them in the fridge fast enough. I never thought I'd quit, but I did. And I'm better for it. Lost a ton of weight by that and watching what I eat. The weight didn't come off until I changed my meds, actually. Once I changed my meds, I dropped about 80 pounds.
Man, there's zero chance I would say that to a guy like that. That's ridiculous. And he was technically my father-in-law. That's the way I saw him. So no.
And now he's doing this boxing video like he's going to hit you. I mean, what an asshole. This is a man of God.
I don't know what the hell she's talking about, man.
You know, the only justice.
You don't know what she's talking about? What video or anything?
I don't have a clue what she's talking about, Rep. I mean, was she looking at videos that other people were making? Because I don't know. I never made a boxing video. What is she talking about? I don't know, dude.
Somebody says that your merch was taken down because you made a shirt that says, I have a baby carrot. Is that true?
No, I never made a shirt that says I have a baby carrot. No.
No? Okay. I don't know. That's what somebody said.
Jason's going to find out on his own what she's all about.
I did.
When somebody gets married, they're supposed to be focused on their husband, their new husband. They're in love. They're supposed to be happy, and she has kids too. She's supposed to be focusing on them. But no, she's got to make videos about her ex-husband.
Yeah.
8 months after you've been divorced. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been talking about this.
That's Shannon's MO. This is what Shannon does, and she does it well.
And she's really focused on Chris. She's always been focused on Chris. She still loves him. That's why. And she knows she fucked up. She fucked up big. She'd still have her kids and she'd still be living under a comfortable roof if she'd stayed with Chris. But she had to go after the money because she's a dumb bitch. Wasn't all it was cracked up to be, was it, Shannon?
She destroyed Doug the same way. Doug and his mother were abusive. His mother, actually her first husband, the father of her children, because I know a lot of people think that you were the boy's biological father, which he's not.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know Chris was not the biological father. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew he wasn't. Yeah. It's a prior marriage that ended in 2000.
Is that Douglas? Is that the name Douglas? Is that who that is?
Yeah, Douglas Gaddis is
I
his
hope
name,
she does
Gattis.
rest easy.
And if you look him up on Facebook, he's in either North Carolina or South Carolina, and he was put away for meth dealing. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's rough.
Anyway, the father of her children's mother has multiple myeloma.
Yeah, I remember seeing that video. She's off balance. She can throw a hard punch, but that punch has to land on a moving target. It does you no good to have power if you can't hit a moving target.
And Shannon did nothing but make her life a living hell. The woman had to stay in her bedroom all the time. I finally got fed up with it. I'm going to be honest with you. I finally got fed up with it. And I said, this is it. I can't put up with this anymore. I tried to ask her to get things cleaned up. Let me tell you something. My husband gave up the bedroom to sleep in the spare room in a smaller bed. And I slept on the couch downstairs the whole time she was here. So they could have the master bedroom. And that master bedroom, a stench started coming out of it. And when I opened the door, it was at least 2 feet deep, full of garbage, food, clothing, God knows what else was in there, urine. We found urine in a container, and William lied about it. And she says, William never lies. Well, William does lie.
Yeah, he does.
Kids lie.
Kids lie,
Kids
yeah.
absolutely do lie, is the thing that happens.
The one who was spanking him because he lied about the urine. But it was spilled all over the floor.
Oh, wait.
It took us weeks to get that. Oh, it's been 3 months since she's been gone, maybe more. Well, let's see, it was Christmas Eve when the cops got her out.
Yeah, the cops got her out of their house.
What? I didn't know that.
That's wild. That's Shanny stench, man. It's just like invading everything. This is actually disgusting. The fact that fucking Shanny made her mom and dad sleep in death. Like, that is crazy. You can't convince me that this mom and dad, Shanny's parents, weren't good people simply based on the fact they are willing to give their sleeping position, 60 and a 70-year-old, to have their daughter sleep in their bed.
That's very fair
That
statement.
is a parent's love. That is parents' love. Even for a child of their own blood to be as horrible as they are. Like, that's fucked up.
I can't disagree with anything you're saying. Wow.
And the cops know us, by the way. The police in Duluth know my husband and I. They know her, too, all too well, because there constantly had calls for her in the past. You know, she lost her kids. If it wasn't for Chris, she wouldn't have those kids right now. And that's the truth. He is telling the truth on that.
Do you know what that...
Because Shanny is a neglectful, abusive bitch. She can't even do the bare minimum of keeping a house clean, putting food on the table, and holding a job. And keeping the kids clean. That's the bare fucking minimum.
That would be referencing what he's saying there?
Yes, I do. I think part of the agreement of her getting the kids back was that, like, Chris was a stability, a force of stability. So the main reason probably they let her kids go back was because he was in the picture. I could believe that, you know.
Yeah, no, that is a thing sometimes they do.
That makes sense to me.
Stepdads and the bio dads and stepdads, they will make exceptions to stuff like that of giving kids back. Not always the best decision, but unfortunately the CPS system is crazy fucking corrupt.
Whew. Now, I don't know why you had that relationship with what's-his-name's girlfriend.
Wait, so just pausing it here. So you told me that the 2 times that the kids, so this is actually more than 2 then. Because earlier we were talking about, you said 2, so this would be 3 times she lost her kids.
This is about as far as I can go right now. I've got some things I've got to do today. I've got to get done. I wish I could stay here in Jaw Jack all morning, but I got to get to work. This room is a disaster area. It needs to be cleaned up. Plus, I got to clean the house. I got to clean my kitchen. I'm swamped. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me this morning. You guys rock. I don't care if you were here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds of the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Peace.